Hey y'all, Maria Com again. I still haven't thought of a cool tagline yet, so that'll have to come later. Maybe someday. I don't know. Um, so at work today, I had thought of something cool to talk about, and then all of the craziness today happened, this afternoon happened. I'm I'm not in Utah, so don't worry about that. However, I went on Twitter I'm going to call it Twitter. Go away. I went on Twitter during my break, and the very first thing at the top of my feed was a video of what happened in Utah today. I'm not going to go into detail because it's not what I want to actually talk about. But what was at the top of my feed was an uncensored video of what happened in Utah with absolutely no warning about what it was. And I may not have liked the guy, but I don't want to watch someone get murdered, like ever, even if it's a video. I don't want to see that. For anybody. So, even if it's someone I don't like, I don't want to see that. And I'm just frustrated by that. It threw off the entire rest of my day, made it very hard to focus on anything. And again, I didn't even like the guy, so it's kind of like whatever, but, you know. Why should I care? I care because I'm a decent human being. That is part of it. Like, I do not like him. I do not honor his memory. I have nothing nice to say about him. But that doesn't mean I wanted him to get murdered. And that definitely doesn't mean I wanted to see him get murdered. So, you know, just kind of sucks. And then just shortly after that, apparently, there was an incident in Colorado, too. And all I can say is, like, first of all, that got barely any press because apparently this guy is more important. He's not. That's stupid. But the fact that it just doesn't even cross our radar anymore is such a huge problem with America. Like, it's wild. It's insane. And then there's a part of me that is, like, seriously wondering if... Oh, this is really terrible, but this is, like, what has been on my mind now. What if what happened in Utah... This is, like, huge conspiracy theory. I acknowledge that. It is crazy, but this is where my mind goes because of the circumstances we are currently living in. What if what happened in Utah was orchestrated by maybe not the president himself, but by people close to the president or people who care about the president in order to get everyone to stop talking about the Epstein files? What if? What if? I mean, it's insane that that is something that crossed my mind. But it is something that crossed my mind. Because we live in such insane times now, and how can I not think that? How can you not wonder if anything is true right now, in this day and age, in the crazy situation we are living through? How can you not wonder that? If you are a sane human being who recognizes that everything that is happening is just kind of nuts, and rules don't matter anymore. The truth doesn't really matter anymore. So anything could be happening. I don't want to think like that, but it is something that is in the back of my mind. And I know I sound like an insane person when I say that. I know I sound like a crazy conspiracy theorist. I just don't know how not to think about that kind of stuff in the world we currently live in. And I am repeating myself now, and I apologize for that. I had a plan. There was something I was going to talk about, and I was literally, after my break, gonna go write it down, and then saw this crap on Twitter, and it ruined my whole day. I just don't get people who share that shit. I immediately unfollowed the person who shared that video, because I was like, really? It seemed like they were applauding the fact that this person got shot, and I'm just like, that's not cool. I don't care if he's a bad person, that's not okay. I don't want to live in a country where that shit happens. To anybody. Good or bad. Whatever. I don't care. I don't want to see that. And I don't think anyone should have to go through that. I just don't. Whether they're good or bad. I mean, we can talk about how maybe this is karma, but I don't want to believe that that's how karma works. And I mean, it's not fair to only happen to one bad person. There are a lot of other bad people out there. If karma is a thing, though, I don't think he was the worst person out there. So I would think karma would have other people that it should be going after. Probably. But I don't think that that's how karma really works. I don't know if karma is even really a thing, to be honest. Because I feel like there are too many bad people out there who skate along through life and seem to be doing incredibly well. And there are a lot of good people out there who have a lot of bad things happen to them. So I'm not entirely sure I believe karma even exists, because would that be the case if karma was real? But yeah. Anyway. It just kind of ruined everything today, and oh my god. It's the second time in as many years that I have seen a video of someone dying without intending to see that. So, it's kind of annoying and frustrating. The other one from a while ago, it was like a year ago basically, was from my sister likes CrossFit and is into CrossFit, and she was watching the CrossFit Games and she told me I should watch it too. And so I was watching it at work and a guy drowned. And it was on video, so and like it was a live feed. And no one knew that he was drowning. Like, that's the shitty thing, is that he probably could have been saved, but no one saw it happen, even though they had judges and people watching and stuff. So, people who were watching live saw it, but the people who were actually there didn't see it happen, so, yeah. That one was also hard, but that one was hard because that wasn't a terrible person, so, as far as I know. But anyway, this is adding to my not being okay. I'm not okay. But that's alright. We will survive. At least, if anyone was gonna stumble upon a video like that, at least I can mostly handle it. I mean, it sucks, and it keeps replaying in my head, and it's not very fun, but I can handle it, and it's not gonna, like, destroy my life. And it's not, like, triggering for me, exactly. It's incredibly sad. Again, even if he's a bad person, it's still sad to see something like that. And it's sad that it had to happen. And it's unfortunate that the person who did it is still at large, as far as I know. I haven't seen any updates saying that anyone was arrested and kept detained. I mean, I have heard that there were people of interest who were detained and questioned and released. So, seems like whoever did it is still at large, and that sucks. But, yeah, at least if someone had to see it, out of anybody I know, at least it was me, because I'm pretty sure I can basically handle it, even though it sucks. Even though it's not a fun thing to see. I don't know, this has turned into a long recording already of me just rambling about, trying to be vague, rambling about the crappy shit I saw today. Oh. On a happier note, we're at the end of Wednesday, so the week is over halfway done. Hurrah! Every week feels like the longest week of my life lately, and this week is no exception. Today's events did not help make things any better. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave it there. And I am gonna upload this recording, even though it's not the best, and even though it's rambly, and I do feel like I needed to vent a little bit about it, because it's very frustrating that I logged into Twitter, like, pulled up my Twitter app, and that was the first thing I saw, uncensored, no warnings, nothing, just that video. Like, good on ya, Twitter, you're kind of terrible. And it just really sucks. Like, that should have a forced censorship on it. What if someone a lot more sensitive than me saw it? Like, come on. And I'm sure that happened. Like, oh my god. Anyway, it's just ridiculous and terrible. And there are so many things about social media generally that need to be addressed and are never going to be addressed. Because technology moves way too fast. And our laws are Congress, our legislators cannot catch up. Too many of them are too old and don't even understand how any of it works. It's just ridiculous. But that's another topic for another time. I just don't know what else to say, and I do not have a good way to end this other than saying, if you need a vent, if you saw the video too and did not intend to see it and you feel crappy about it, can vent in my comments if you want to. I will try and commiserate with you. It's just ridiculous. I cannot handle that. I cannot handle that this keeps happening. I don't. Life is hard right now, and this kind of crap is not helping. But this has been Myria Calm, and I will try and chat at you again tomorrow. Whew. We'll see. Hopefully tomorrow is not quite this insane. We'll see, though. Alright, bye.